7:09.
Okay, we're here this evening, Wednesday, July 13th, for the Architectural Review Committee for Prime Pro Management, 194 Route 59, for reinstatement of the property to be used as a gasoline station. We're starting late. It's 7:09 because I've been trying to reach the applicant's attorney, and I did speak with the engineer because the applicant is not on the meeting, and we're going to give it till 7:15. And if they're not on, then we will adjourn the meeting. Robin, is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think it's fair.
So for those participants, thank you for your patience, but I'm not sure if we're going to have a meeting.
I think this is the first time this happened since
This is, yes, this
is.
has never happened to me. The engineer just gave me another number.
Okay, thank
Um,
you for doing your due diligence.
I'll try, she just gave me another one. I'm going to try that now. I'm just going to mute myself. Excuse me. Oh. Hi, the applicant's engineer, Rachel Baris, just got on. I
Okay.
spoke to, I believe, the applicant's someone in his family who's trying to text him for me to see if he'll be on. I told him we'll wait till 7:15.
Okay, I wasn't planning to do this, so I'm trying to see if I can find any other images to at least give you
Okay.
something.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rachel, to do this to
No,
you.
no, it's fine. If I
I
had the
can-
information,
Do you want me to, I can just step away and get onto the village server and email you what they sent me? Would that
Sure.
help? Yeah, all right. If everyone doesn't mind holding, I apologize.
sorry.
Okay, just hold on. If I lose the meeting and disconnect you, I apologize. I've never done this because I can't be on the Zoom through the server. So I'm on
Okay,
my own.
Give
Okay.
it a whirl.
If that's the case, we'll try to reconnect. Okay, I did it. Now to get back to you all, let's see how I do this. I figured it out. Okay, Rachel, did you get it?
Not yet. I'll see if it'll come in in a second.
Okay, there's a bunch of attachments because they
Okay.
originally only submitted the front elevation. And then it had a Sunoco sign and I said, is that exactly how it's going to look? So then they resubmitted it without the Sunoco sign. And then I said, you need to give me side and rear elevations, which they didn't technically have. So they took photos and sent those. So I labeled them. I renamed them and I labeled side, rear. So it's actually what
Okay.
the property looks like as we speak, from what I understand.
Yeah, seems like it. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't usually do ARB. I don't know how you present it or anything.
Um,
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Really what you would want to just do is explain, if you look at Ira's narrative, it's the same narrative that he used for planning and zoning.
Okay. Well, I
Um,
can give an overview of the project because that part I do know. So just as an
Okay.
introduction, my name's Rachel Baris. I'm from Civil Tech. I am the engineer on the project. As I said, I don't usually do the architectural side, but I'll fill in and see what I can do if it can help. Worst case, we have to adjourn, but at least you'll have
Right.
some background.
Okay,
The property is the gas station that's on Route 59 next to the old Grand Union. It's been in, I'll say disrepair for a while. I grew up in the area, so I can't remember when it was used as a gas station, but the convenience store had been in use for a while and the garage part was still in use for a while. The current applicant purchased the property and got a permit from the village to replace the gas tanks. And so now it's been a few years, but you can see the new Sunoco gas tanks when you go by and the pumps and everything. After he got that installed, it was realized that he needed to get a new permit. He needed to get a new site plan approval from the village because the amount of time that had been since it had last been in use had lapsed. So we have been before the planning board. We were in the planning board over the past year on and off, started in 2019, then through kind of on a break with COVID, and then he came back in 21. Then they went to the zoning board in May and they got their variances. So there were a number of variances that were required, but obviously this is a unique situation since the building is there already, the gas tanks have already been there, everything is the same. Right now, the application is only to use the gas pumps because if we getting into the convenience mart or the bays to do work on the cars for auto repair, it was going to require additional parking and there were some concerns. So for right now, the application is only for the gas pump so that they can use the gas. They've already put them in, all that stuff's okay. Everything's okay with the DEC on that side. Not that that has anything to do with your review, but just so that you kind of have an understanding of where things stand. And before we go back to planning, they have to come before you. So over the last year or two, they have been working to clean up the site. So I'm going to share this screen. Oh
yeah.
share?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me share.
That's okay.
Whoops.
So I'll show you like a rendering and then there's also photographs that you can see what it looks like now. So it is better than it was. This is a unique situation where, usually we're starting with nothing or a lot of these, it's a house. And so they're not usually, it's usually a pretty, a different kind of change. In this case, this building is here already. So this is their rendering of what it would look like. This is not a photograph. This is their picture. But I have the photographs of the different sides.
So Rachel, just a question because
Yeah.
for the benefit of the ARC, the plantings, that is going to be there. And that, I don't know if that's a sidewalk, a curb, with the grass. all of
So
that?
in the front, we are having that, this is not currently, this isn't curbed, and so they kind of is just like all wide open. We are
Okay.
proposing to curb the front, but I
Okay.
don't believe that there's grass. It'll just be like curbed, and it probably will have the sidewalk through. I don't remember offhand, but I don't believe there's any grass. This is all mountable curb, so that because
Okay.
it's long 59, we don't want any problems. It'll all have to meet the DOT standards.
Right.
I
And
I have a question.
Yep.
Because I know what it looks like now, and this definitely looks nicer. Can you explain to me how they are going to go from current conditions to this condition?
So I think that we're better off looking at some of the pictures. So this is the side of the building. They have since painted, they replaced a bunch of the windows. This
This
is all
is-
stuff that has occurred. The left
Okay.
side, this they painted. Also, I'm trying to find if they have a picture of the front. Okay, that does not help us.
That's-
I thought they had pictures of the front. Hold on, I'll see if I might have one also because I have been out there. I don't know why for some reason I thought they painted the doors in the front blue.
that is correct, because I drove by on my way home and my question was, are the colors that are in the rendering, is this what it's because I explained, you need to submit exactly what it's going to look like, because the review memo that ARC from the
Yeah.
meeting that I sent to planning, I also provide planning a copy of what was submitted so that they're aware, and I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I think that they painted the doors blue.
So I didn't know if they were.
So I don't
going
think that this
again.
is what it, so we might, this may all need to just get pushed a month, but I wanted you to at least see it, kind of see what's going on.
Okay,
I actually have a picture of, that kind of gets part of the front from before. So you can kind of see like, this is what the front used to look like. It was all
Oh,
broken
wow.
up. They
Okay.
replaced the garage doors. That they
Yes.
did. And I think that they're gray though. I think they're blue. I don't think that they're gray. I don't think that they have two windows. I think it's just the windows on the top. So they need to have a rendering that looks like what it actually
it's
looks
going
like.
to look like, exactly.
Yeah.
And-
And in
and
this case, because they
and-
did it,
Don't they need a rendering also showing a rendering of what the rest of the property is going to look like besides the front?
Yes,
I can have them get that information. The
Because
rest
there's
of
like
it,
a
like,
big, there's a big gap between what it looks like now and what I hope it will look like in the final, days.
yeah, understood. Well, they haven't shown up. I don't have more information, but at least
Okay.
now
Thank
you
you
know
for your
which property we're
time. Thank
talking
you.
about. We can
I
make
know
sure
we're
that
just
they
gonna have
get
to
a
consume.
rendering that is what they've built or what they've replaced things with, so that the paint is the right colors, the garage doors are the right colors. If they're doing these planters, which they were never, hasn't been on anything else, then they need to be consistent. Because I want to make sure that they pick a rendering. I'm sorry if there's noise in the background, the laundry is going.
We don't
Okay.
do-
Yeah, so I want it to all be consistent.
okay.
So.
Yeah, and that's what
Thank
I tried to explain, because they submitted the rendering separately from Ira's submission, and I clearly asked that question because I wanted to make sure that it was, I didn't know if this is something that is how it's going to look, and I wanted to be clear for the board.
I've been out there, that they're not, the doors don't look like
I
that.
didn't know if they were painting again to exactly what's here. I don't know what
That
the
was,
plan
maybe
is.
that was the priming, we
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
they did a prime and this is what
It's
their end result.
possible, they haven't
I
told me.
don't know. And that's.
It definitely doesn't look like this
Make
now.
make sure that I don't mean to dump it on you, but make sure they know what their homework is.
Yes, so I'm gonna get it all together again, like let them know again. And then have renderings of all four sides so that they can see it. And try to get them to come on next time. So, sorry, I'm not super helpful.
No, that's okay.
You're
I'm
very
sorry
helpful. Thank you for
I
your
time.
disturbed you. Thank you for your time. And
No
then
problem.
the next meeting, you're away, Robin. Normally,
I'm not leaving till the 15th of August.
let me go into the calendar. Usually this ARC is the
Right,
third,
that's-
excuse me, the third.
Oh, the third. I
Tuesday.
thought you said the second.
Second, I'm sorry, second is CDRC, third is usually ARC, but you'll be away. You're the
I'm away.
chairperson.
Yeah.
You can change the meeting. So what date
Oh.
works for you and Shimon, Penny, and then I'll see if Shimon's available.
Anytime the week before. I mean, not anytime, not the 11th.
Well, we are not going to have a submission for zoning on the 11th.
No, I know, but I have something else.
Oh,
going
you have
on.
something else. I
know
see.
that.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, so I'd rather do it the 9th.
9th through the 10th.
Yeah.
Penny, does that work for you?
Okay.
Yeah, that works for me.
Either one?
Yeah,
Okay. Which date do you prefer, Robin, for the record?
I really have no preference right now.
All right, let's go with Tuesday, the 9th.
Okay,
And I will let the applicant know and I'll let him know the deadline. And really, all he has to do is give us the renderings because we have everything else.
Okay, I'll make sure I reach out to him again also.
Okay, thank you
Alright.
everyone for your time.
thank you.
All right,
Okay,
thanks.
thank you,
Enjoy your
Diana. Thank you,
vacation.
Mr. Levovitz.
Thank
Okay,
you.
have a good evening. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.